Good afternoon. My name is Kurt Belosky, and today I'll be presenting Controlling in Organizations. This is for Introduction to Leadership and Quality, master's level class at National American University. Today is November 29th, 2017. During this presentation, I will talk about controlling in organizations, and then we will explore the total quality management process, followed by financial and budgetary controls before we conclude the presentation. Control in organizations is not an opportunity for managers to become dictators over their departments. When I first began reading this material, that was my initial thought. Control in organizations is much more complicated and a multi-layered process by which managers execute, evaluate, and measure performance. Organizational control is the way leaders and managers of an organization achieve business results and are successful within that organization. Managers and leaders maintain control through the efficient and effective operation within their sections or departments. This process sounds great, but how does a leader or manager determine if their department is effective or efficient? The only way to do that is to measure that performance. Managers and leaders have to develop meaningful performance standards that can be measured so that they can determine efficiency and effectiveness. Additionally, these performance measures have to be evaluated to determine that they are measuring the performance accurately. Next, managers and leaders have to utilize dependable financial reporting to ensure that they are meeting their business goals. These reports have to reflect the information that the organization deems important and allows the manager to determine how their department is operating. Last, managers and leaders at all levels need to be aware of and ensure that all departments are adhering to the applicable laws and regulations. Departments cannot be compromised due to negligence to follow the laws or regulations that pertain to the business. All of this leads to the ultimate purpose of control in any organization, and that is building more efficient organizations that meet performance goals. Nearly every organization in the world wants to maximize performance, meet the goals they establish for themselves, and be as efficient as possible. Additionally, leaders want to use these processes to identify their shortcomings so they can be corrected before failure occurs. Next, I will discuss different types of methods managers and leaders can use to effectuate organizational control. In today's business world, managers and leaders have to use systematic methods to achieve optimum organizational control. Gone are the days when managers could simply wing it with their actions or hope that performance increases. One way managers can determine their department's performance is by using a balanced scorecard. This approach takes a comprehensive look at the traditional financial measurements of an organization or department. There are four major perspectives that are considered: financial performance, customer service, internal business processes, and the capacity for growth and learning. As you can see, these four areas allow for managers to look at their internal processes as well as external factors like customer satisfaction, as well as the ability for employees to gain skills and perform. Another method managers can use is the open book management. Unlike the balanced scorecard method, open book management is a decentralized process that focuses on employees having the ability to monitor the effectiveness, efficiency, and performance of the organization or department. As an example, in my current organization, we use this process to a small degree. I do not have full access to all the reports that my managers do, but I have a great deal of access to see how my individual office is performing concerning the workloads we are responsible for. This allows my fellow employees and me to evaluate our position, make changes regarding the focus of our daily tasks, and help the office meet the performance goals. Additionally, we take ownership of our duties so that we can affect the performance of our office as well as enjoy buy-in of the success of our office. A third method for organizational control is Lean Six Sigma. Lean Six Sigma is a method that focuses on performance, extremely limited defects, and maximum effectiveness. Originally designed for manufacturing components, this method has been adapted to a variety of different industries with varying degrees of success. Managers who complete Lean Six Sigma training are better equipped to generate performance that meets the highest standards. This process can be taxing on employees because of the performance of high performance required by all employees seemingly at all times. However, the program is effective and can produce some significant results. The last method is total quality management. Total quality management is another decentralized method where an organization adopts the philosophy that all aspects of the operations can perform better and will result in better teamwork and customer satisfaction while lowering costs. Next, we'll take a deeper dive into total quality management process and learn more about this method of organizational control. As the name suggests, total quality management is an organizational-wide approach to increasing productivity for a company or department. This method focuses on quality customer experiences provided by effective performance at all levels. The thought here is that efficient management of product development, production, and sales will result in a better customer interaction. In nearly all customer interaction, customers want to pay as little as possible while receiving maximized products. In order to drive up customer satisfaction, quality products developed and made efficiently and sold for the least possible amount, while of course making a profit, will result in desired customer satisfaction. Additionally, this focus on customer satisfaction results in two major components of total quality management. These components are policy management and daily management. Higher level managers perform policy management where they create the policy that a company or department adheres to. This lays the foundation for the department's operations and provides goals and performance standards for employees to achieve. These same managers are responsible for getting these policies out of the boardroom and into the lower level managers' hands. Efficiency of effort dictates that the higher level managers also provide the necessary resources for the lower level managers to succeed. Daily management is where the rubber meets the road. Lower level managers execute the established policy and oversee the daily work. Along the way, they endeavor to maintain their focus on improved efficiency. The next part of total quality management is the implementation of budgetary controls. Obviously, each company will have a different philosophy on the implementation of which type of budget they will use. Not all of these would be the most useful for total quality management. If a company were trying to increase efficiency, a zero-based budget, cash budget, and revenue budget have the types of controls that allow companies to better measure effectiveness of spending and revenues. Additionally, these types of budget allow for ease of flexibility when shortfalls occur, as well as increased revenues. For the total quality management process, these would be the best performing budgets. Expense budgets and capital budgets could also work with total quality management. However, they're not as strong when it comes to flexibility to react to suddenly changing financial situations. If companies or departments insist on using these budgetary controls, one could certainly make them work, but in my opinion, they're not the best option. Since we're discussing budget options for total quality management, we'll next move on to financial controls. The two major financial controls for any company are financial statements and financial analysis. Obviously, financial statements are important because they offer an initial glance at the financial health of a company. As a once-over-the-world look at the financial health of a company, financial statements are an excellent tool for one to use to gain bearing. However, for a control method that prides itself on efficiency, efficient company performance for the betterment of customer satisfaction, companies need to use an in-depth financial analysis. An example of some of the many tools available are the profitability ratios I have listed here. Sales and income is one of the many ways that a company can determine customer satisfaction. Ratios that highlight the numbers behind the sales figures would be extremely beneficial in determining customer satisfaction. In conclusion, in this presentation, we discussed different methods of control and how companies maintain that control. We focused on the total quality management method and took an in-depth look at how the method works along with implementing budgetary and financial controls into the total quality management process. Last, here's a list of the references I used throughout this presentation. Thank you for your time today. This concludes my presentation.